Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Varsha and thank you for stopping by. If you have yet not subscribed to my channel, do consider doing that. It would be really good to have you as a part of my Creative Pathshala family. Now today's video aims at making DIY worksheets, that is do it yourself, make it yourself worksheets related to the subject English. Now these worksheets are going to be really helpful for nursery, toddlers, beginners or kindergarten students or kindergarten kids. So these worksheets are really going to help them revise the concept of letters, alphabets, that is what comes before, what comes after, their identification and various other things. Now definitely the child must be well versed or should have practiced letters or alphabets previously. Then only these worksheets are going to help that particular child in memorizing, in revising and in practicing the other concepts which I am going to share with you all right now. Now these worksheets are quite easier to make and can be made at home easily. Now the main purpose of sharing these worksheets with you all is that during this lockdown period, I hope all the kids are locked down at home. They are at home and mostly they are somewhere or the other glued to the TV or to any other gadgets. Now in order to make studies interesting for them, DIY worksheets are really helpful, and I hope that after I have shared these with you people, you would also find it easier to make and make them practice the same to enrich and make them more knowledgeable thinkers in English language. So let us begin without any further delay. Now the very first worksheet which you see in front of yourself is regarding the missing letters. So it says that which letter is missing. As you see, you can see that I have written all the alphabets right from A to Z. That is, Z comes as a blank over here. So you can see I have placed a blank after each and every alphabet. It is totally up to you that how you want to place the blanks. That is, if you want to place two blanks after and before each and every letter, that is totally up to you. But for beginners, if I have to say, begin with one particular blank. So here it is A blank, C blank, E, and it goes like that. Obviously the child has to sing that ABC song and identify and figure out that which particular alphabet is going to fall next to the previous one. So this is about which letter is missing. Now as in when you do it for the uppercase letters, you should also try doing the same for the lowercase letters. Whatever you do for uppercase, make sure that you are doing the same for lowercase letters as well. So this was regarding which letter is missing. So basically figuring out the missing letters. Moving on towards the next worksheet is match the uppercase letter with the lowercase letter. So when I say that, it means that on one side I have written all the uppercase letters as you can see, and on the other hand I have written all the lowercase letters. So the child has to figure out the uppercase and the lowercase same or similar letter and has to match the same. So A has to be matched with a similar lowercase letter and accordingly it has to be done. So on one side all of you should write down the uppercase and on the other side you should write down the lowercase in a jumbled form and ask the child to match it in the similar way. That is, the similar alphabet has to be matched. Moving on to the next. Well, I have named this particular worksheet as Find Me Out. So when I say Find Me Out, what I have done is that the letter or the alphabet which has to be found, I have mentioned the same under the left hand side column, and I have also put that particular alphabet inside a particular box such that it is easier for the child to identify. I have also used two different colors of sketch pens to mention it and not the same ones, because it will be easier for the child to figure out that which particular letter has to be found out and amongst whom. So as you can see that I have mentioned A on the left hand side and all the other alphabets in a jumbled way I have written on the right hand side. So the child has to figure out A in the very first series of letters what I have given, and as you can see A occurs once. So the child has found it out and has to circle the same. Circle, color, tick mark At this level, I mean circling is much more easier, so better we prefer asking them to circle the same. So A is here, so accordingly they need to do for A. For B also they need to figure out how many times it has occurred and they need to circle the same. So this is regarding find me out. Now I have already said it earlier, but I am repeating it. Whatever you do for uppercase letters, make sure you are doing the same for lowercase letters as well. I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next. Now this is find the odd one out. So I have clearly mentioned uppercase and lowercase letters in the particular worksheet. So find the odd one out in the sense that I have jumbled up the letters and I have given it, whereby one particular letter or alphabet is different amongst the group of letters whatever is given. Consider the very first row. So it says A, V, A. So obviously V is the odd one out, so the V has to be circled. Similarly for the lowercase, all the A's are similar, only B is different. So B has to be circled out, and therefore we are figuring out the odds amongst these particular series of letters whatever is given. Whatever you do for uppercase, you must do it for lowercase as well. So this was regarding find the odd one out. Moving ahead is matching the same letter. This is initially for the beginners as they find it difficult to identify the letters. So basically what I have done is that I have written all the letters on one hand side, that is left hand side, right hand side I have written, and I have jumbled both the columns. So the child is supposedly, he or she is supposed to match the same alphabet in both the columns. So same letter has to be written in both the sides, both the columns, and the same letter has to be matched with the other column. So this will help the child to identify and relate to that particular alphabet. So as I said earlier, whatever is done for uppercase must be done for lowercase as well. So this was match the same letter. Moving ahead. Now, once the child is well versed, has already learned the letters, sequencing and each and everything, or even though is midway in learning the same, so what you can do is that since in maths or in mathematics we have already taught them shapes, so what you can do is that you can leave some blanks whereby you ask them to figure out the shape as well as what should be written next. So you can see that I have written A here, so obviously the child is to write B over here and match it with C, thereby forming a particular triangle. Similarly, the next one is for a square. You can see A, B, C has to be written over here and then D. And here it's a circle, so accordingly the child has to figure out A, B, C, D, E, F accordingly. And therefore whichever shapes come to your mind, you can very easily point it out in a similar way. So here I have used a lip, balloon, sun, flower and a tree. Now specifically I would like to tell you about this tree. In this tree nothing has to be figured out. The only thing is that they have to identify what comes next. So see, very cleverly I have jumbled up all the words inside the tree, and I will give the child a specific sketch pen, and the child would be supposed to join all the dots. So from A to B, B to C, and wherever D is, like that, and accordingly E, F, G, H, I, and accordingly would be able to figure out all the next upcoming alphabets. So this is basically join the dots to form a series shape. So any shape, any figure, any particular thing which comes to your mind can be given over here using your own creativity. So many different things are there you can think of, but give it in such a way whereby once the child is supposed to fill up the blank and in the other is supposedly only to join the alphabets in order to know the series. I hope this is clear. Moving ahead. Now here you can see confusing letters identification. Now if I talk about some children, or rather good number of them, initially they do get confused between the placing or the facing of that particular alphabet. Now if I talk about P, generally what kids confuse is regarding this particular shape of P, that which sided is it going to be. The head is going to be on the left hand side or on the right hand side. So once you have started making them practice, you can also give them all the letters I'll be sharing with you, that these letters are the most common ones which are confused by the kids in writing. That is, which side are they going to face. So I would also be sharing later that how you can make it much more easier for them if they are still getting confused and it's not being clear to them, through some fun activities, but later. As of now, when it has to be done, as you can see, I have used different color sketch pens, so do consider doing that, because it would be really easier for them to identify the particular letter. Talking about P, I have quickly made it on the other side, opposite side, so the child has to identify. Then M and W is something which is most commonly confused by the beginners. Then J, which side the tail goes or which side the tail has to end, is mostly confused. Then regarding M and W, which I already told you, at one place I have given it regarding M, and the other one I have considered it for W. The next one is regarding C, the other one is D, next one is Z, next is Y, then comes B, E, L. Now these are something which I have written as per the learning disabilities or learning difficulties seen in general amongst the kids. There could be various other possibilities as well, whereby the child is writing, if the child is writing in a different way, you can consider giving it in a similar way, and whereby the child has to identify between the right and the wrong. So confusing letters identification is what I have named this particular worksheet, and make sure that you are giving these kinds of worksheet on daily basis to the child, because until unless this is clear, in LKG, once they go to LKG or once they go to the next class, when diagraphs start for them, they would be very clear and very easy for them. Unless and until this is not clear, writing two-letter words, identifying two-letter words, sounds, phonics, etc. won't be clear to them. So the confusion has to be cleared at the very early stage with regular practice and regular worksheets for their help. So this is a must. Now moving on to the next. Now those who are not that good in drawing, or those who are not that good in making, drawing, etc., you people can use different kinds of pictures available at home with the help of the old books, newspapers, magazines, etc. So here basically match the uppercase letter to its lowercase. It has been given, as I already discussed the same with you. Here on one side they have given all the uppercase letters, and on the other side they have given the lowercase letters. They have also given the certain words which begin with that particular letter, and the child has to identify and match the same. So this is matching the uppercase letter to its lowercase. Next is, you have to look at the alphabet at the very first column, and then what you are supposed to do is that 3 different figures, diagrams, drawings, whatever, anything you can make, and the child has to identify that with this very particular letter, which word begins or which picture is related to this very particular letter which is given on the left hand side. So you have to figure out accordingly, cut pictures, draw, or whatever is available at home, at least try to figure it out and give it to the child for identification, and such that amongst all these figures the confusion is cleared and the child is able to identify the right figure and is able to do the same. Next is, here again the child is supposed to match. On one side the alphabets are given and on the other side pictures are drawn. According to each and every alphabet, the child is supposed to match with the given object, thing, or any such thing which starts with that particular letter. So accordingly pictures are drawn, given, and on the other side you have to match the same. Next is finish the alphabet series. So as you can see that here a very simple diagram or a figure of a caterpillar has been taken. You can take anything, you can take balloons, you can take flowers, you can take sun, moon, clouds, houses, trees, petals, so many other things are there, and you can ask the child to complete the series. Giving pictures makes it a bit interesting and not monotonous, as every single time you are asking the child to write down the series from A to Z, the child would find it quite boring and would not like to complete the same. But similarly, if you do it with the help of any particular figure, diagram, drawing, or any such thing, then the child really likes it, and it is appealing and tempting for the child to complete that particular series, whatever you have given. Now moving on to the next is, again almost the same thing. So you can see that I have already labeled it at the top, or rather dated it at the top, because on everyday basis it has to be given, it is a must. So similarly, all the alphabets have been given on one side, pictures are drawn, very simple and basic pictures, and ask your child to match the same. So I hope that these all worksheets are quite helpful to you, and I would also shortly be sharing that how, if the child is still getting confused with the shapes facing of that particular letter or alphabet, what can be done next. So in my next video, I would be talking regarding alphabets and how to teach them in a fun way apart from using pen and paper. Without using pen and paper, how can you teach, or how can you memorize, how can you help them identify those particular worksheets? I hope that whatever I have shared with you people today is quite useful, it is quite helpful to you, and I hope that you would also be incorporating all these worksheets in your life with your child, and would be making him or her more appealing, tempting to solve or to do the same. I hope it has helped you. Thank you so much for watching and being there. And yes, again I have to say, if it's really adding any value to your life, do consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and sharing also with all those who are really in need of DIY worksheets. That is, if they can make it at home, what could be the next best thing to help someone out. Thank you so much for watching and being there. Bye bye.